Welcome or welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet. And welcome to episode 3 of No So November. Let's dive into some more junk journaling fun for this month before it's coming to a close. For our first day, we do the prompt for day 12, which is match. As you might notice, I'm quite a bit behind for this journaling challenge, and I'm kind of sad that I fell off at the middle of the month, but there was so much work stuff going on that I had no chance of continuing, but I really wanted to share the spreads that I created with all of you anyways. So we will compile all the spreads that I was able to create into today's video so that we wrap it up before the December Christmas content starts. For the match prompt, I decided to just take this little collage style spread and draw a light up match on top of it, and I really like how this spread turned out. It might be one of my favorites, to be honest. It's quite simple with what it is, but I really like how it came together. How did your No So November went? Did you complete all the daily journaling prompts, or are you still working on them and keep going even into December? Let me know in the comments down below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. It was a lot of fun doing the prompts that I found the time to do, and I wished I could have done more, but life did catch up a bit, and I'm really looking forward to being more creative in December again. And also I'm quite happy to hopefully take part in Junk Journal January. I will definitely have to do some planning at the end of December to get it done, but I really want to at least try and see how much I can do for Junk Journal January. So now let's get into the next day for this challenge before we dive into the one in 2 months. And for day 13 and the prompt of stretch, I decided to do something a bit funky and just draw a stretched out version of a portrait. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's quite fun and funky and weird looking, but that was exactly what I was going for with this prompt, and so I think it was funny to create something like that. It was the first thing that came to mind when I read the prompt, and I thought, why not go with it? Just have some fun. How is it for you? Are you planning out the spreads beforehand, or are you just going with the flow in the moment when you do such a prompt challenge? First, write down day 13 for this stretched face before we dive into our next day. And for day 14, the prompt was reflect. Here I'm trying to figure out which spread I want to use for that, and I decided to use this wrapping paper spread, and here I'm trying to figure out what kind of wrapping I could use for that to have a reflecting kind of space. And now I'm first decided to work on the frame for the mirror before we get out the mirroring part for the reflection. This spread is also one I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's also quite a simple one, but at the moment, I don't know, I dig the more simple and minimalistic kind of journaling spreads. I think it's kind of maybe a reflection of my mind at the moment, and I want to just have everything a little bit more simple. I don't know. Maybe I'm just over-interpreting it. It's just what comes to mind for me at the moment. But I really want to just create something and not make it overly complicated for myself, because I'm happy that I find the time anyways to just create. And hopefully in the upcoming year it will get a bit better with finding the time to create on a more regular basis. And hopefully I have some fun creative adventures planned for all of us, and I can't wait to dive into some new content and some new bigger projects kind of, but we'll talk about that very soon. Now here I'm taking out a mirroring tape that I got and decided to cut it to size to add the reflection part for this mirror page. Now let's dive into day 16 and the prompt of circle. Here again I'm trying to figure out which spread I want to use, and I decided to take those colorful sticky notes and put them to use by creating some circles out of them as the base of this spread. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a thumbs up would make me really happy. And if you want to join me on this creative adventure and many more creative fun to come, hit the subscribe button down below to join me on my creative journey. See you very soon. Happy creating.